Good morning, Brenton Begley here with McIntyre Elder Law. And today, I want to be real with you. Feeling a little frustrated. And the reason why is not because I don't have coffee this morning. The reason why is because the more and more I do what I do, I realize that the system is set up against my clients. And that's a very sad thing because, I work hard to try to help people, to try to protect their assets, protect them, help them get the level of care that they need for long-term care and help them pay for that very expensive long-term care. And it's an uphill battle because the system that we have really is set up to take everything from you before you die. And it's incredibly important that you know that, especially nowadays. You have unregulated costs that are just astronomical and predatory, if you ask me. For example, long-term care, the cost of it, there's no cap, okay? Long-term care is amazingly expensive. The average is between $5,000 to $10,000 a month, which the average American cannot afford. And with 70% of individuals over 65 needing some type of long-term care, that subjects the majority of the American population above 65. So the majority of retirement age individuals are going to need some type of long-term care and will be subject to paying the average cost of care, which, in my opinion, the average cost of care should at least match the average ability for Americans to pay. But we have no regulation here. It's incredibly predatory. And we have a system that is set up to ignore the rights of the elderly. And if you don't believe me, just look at guardianships and how those work, especially in this state. Guardianships in this state are arguably unconstitutional. I know how they do them in other states, and they're probably unconstitutional in those other states too. And we have a system basically where once you reach a certain age, your rights don't matter all that much anymore. Instead of looking at you as an individual, you're looked at as a pot of money. And trust me, unless you have protections in place, they will come and take that money. And it reminds me of how, our youth is being treated as well. You have a 17-year-old who is told their whole life that they need to go to college to make something of themselves, to earn a decent living. And then at 17, 18, they go in debt, thousands and thousands of dollars because of the cost of tuition. And no one's regulated the cost of tuition. So they end up going into debt $100,000 just to get a degree. And then, if that person ages, right, if they're lucky enough to work hard and retire and then earn something, then you get to a point where you need care and you get all that money taken away. And that wealth that you built, if you were lucky enough to build it, you don't get to pass on to the next generation. And we shouldn't live in a country that does that, but we do. So there's got to be a way to protect from it, right? There's got to be a way to plan around it to anticipate these things. That's what estate planning and elder law is, all right? That's what I do every day. And I wish I didn't have a job. I wish I could change things to where I didn't have to do the job that I do. The reason why I do the job that I do is because there's a need for it. There's an incredible need for it. And I can't stress that enough. That if you don't have everything in place, that you don't have your affairs in order, then you're set up for failure. And I don't want you to fail. I want you to succeed. I want your family to be prosperous. I want you to be able to be protected, to have your rights protected. I want you to be able to take that hard-earned money and property, spend it on yourself, or leave a legacy for your children to set them up something for the for your children or grandchildren, so maybe they don't have to go into debt hundreds and thousands of dollars just to build their career. And I want you to set an example for your family and show them how important it is to plan ahead and to beat the system that is there to take everything. So join me in that. If you have any questions, please give me a call. 704-259-7040. We're offering free consultations right now, and that's my invitation to you to come in and talk. That's my commitment to you, okay? To give you my time and my professional opinion, my education, okay? That's my commitment to show you that I really care about making sure your rights are protected. And I care about changing how this system works in the United States. And it's gonna happen person to person, okay? One individual at a time, and I'm willing to do that. So, if you care about protecting yourself, your family, your rights, give me a call. Again, 704-259-7040.